leader.
Now, the McFarland Show with Darren and Justin.
And a good Monday afternoon to you. And yes, it is time for the McFarland Show for the next 2 hours. Darren and Justin here with you. We're live, Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio. 615-844-5600 is our phone line and our text line. Stanford leading Tennessee 3-0 in the third inning. Make it 4-0. Not good. It's not good for the Volunteers.
No.
We're going to have Vince Ferrara join us in about 10 minutes. It does not look good for the Vols. Again, 4-0 Stanford. So the Cardinal up 4-0 in the third. Runner at first, 2 outs.
And Tennessee has had plenty of opportunities. They've had multiple runners in scoring position and just haven't been able to push anybody across the plate. As a matter of fact, they ended their first inning by getting a runner thrown out at the plate. That was out number 3 at the end of the first, which, you hate to have out number 3 at the plate. But that's exactly what happened to them. So, they need to come through. They need to stop the bleeding and come through with some runs here very soon if they want to keep playing.
So we will keep you posted on that. Of course, there'll be another game in Omaha tonight at 6 o'clock. Virginia was the first team to pack up their bags and head home.
Yeah.
First team to be eliminated.
Yeah, that always hurts. You don't want to be first.
No.
Anything but first. But it's true.
But they are first. So we're down to 7 now in the College World Series. Business is going to start picking up today because this is obviously another elimination game.
Yeah, Interstate's going to start getting full. Coming out of Omaha here, coming up in a minute.
Yep. And I leave tomorrow morning for Omaha.
Going to Omaha.
But we're going to stop. We're not going.
You're not doing straight through?
No.
That's a haul. Was that 12 hours or so?
Yeah, it's a little bit shy of 12. I'm out.
Yeah.
No, we're going to go a little bit over halfway. Columbia, Missouri, we're going to stop.
Columbia. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to stop in Columbia, and it'll be about 4.5, 5 from there.
Okay.
To finish it out Wednesday morning.
Yeah, and those are long miles, too, because it's not like there's a whole lot. Once you get up past Clarksville, you get into southern Illinois, then there's nothing. Then you get to St. Louis.
Let me tell you
then
something.
There's nothing.
I'm prepared because when you drive to St. Louis, or I just went to Rantoul, Illinois, you're prepared for this drive.
Yeah, you got to get mentally set.
There ain't much going on.
No.
Okay, you're not sightseeing on your drive.
No. There's nothing going on out there.
There's not much going on at all.
No. It's a lot of miles and miles of miles and miles.
Just interstate and exits few and far between at times.
A lot of trees and,
In other words, if you're getting close to needing gas and you see gas at an exit, you better pull over and get it.
You go ahead and get that.
Because you don't know when the next gas station's coming.
Go ahead and plan that out.
Plan accordingly.
It is a lot of wide open space. You realize how big our country is. Taking these drives to go, wow, we got plenty of space. Look at all this. Look at all this out here.
That's why coming back from Rantoul, Illinois, was half of it was at night, and I was okay with that. Because you know what?
You didn't miss anything.
I didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss anything.
I saw the drive the whole way in the daytime.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything coming
Wasn't a
back.
whole lot.
Nah.
A lot of flat open spaces.
Nah. Hope everybody had a great Father's Day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Hope all you dads out there had a special day.
Yeah.
Whatever you did. Had nice weather.
Had very nice weather. Everybody was out and about and enjoying. And, we kind of get the double here because today is also a federal holiday, technically. It is Juneteenth here in the United States. Only the third year, I believe, that we've had that in place. So a lot of people not going to work or not going their normal schedules anyway.
Okay, so educate me and our listeners on Juneteenth.
Oh, well, how deep do we want to go?
Well, I don't know, because you just said it's relatively new. I feel silly.
Well,
me and you were having an off-air discussion last week, and I had to admit to you, I didn't know anything about it. Now, since we've had that conversation,
yes,
I've seen it like 500 times. I've seen Juneteenth. But it was weird until we had that off the air discussion.
So you've seen,
I hadn't
you've
heard
gotten
anything.
somewhat educated about it
seen
now.
Anything.
Okay.
I didn't know what you were talking about. And I felt silly. And since then, I've seen a whole lot. So,
A whole lot about Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Today is Juneteenth, and what it commemorates is the release of the final, or let me say it this way. It commemorates the Union Army arriving in Galveston, Texas, and informing the people there in Galveston, Texas, that the Civil War is over, and that the slaves are free, and that that you can begin now, trying to move on here after the Civil War. The Civil War ended in April of 1865, but of course it's 1865. You know what they don't have in 1865? Telephones, internet, quick ways of communicating to other people, especially in a country that's been in the middle of civil war.
They didn't have cars.
They didn't have cars. No, everything's on horseback. So if you're trying to travel from where word gets out at the courthouse in Northern Virginia, where the Confederacy surrendered to the Union, and that word needs to travel all the way to Texas,
It's going to take a while.
might take a little bit. Especially if you have to stop and fight a few battles on the way and convince people, by the way, the war is over. The general has surrendered. We're not doing this anymore. I know we've been fighting for the past 3.5, 4 years, but this is real. The general has surrendered. The war is over. So you got to do that all the way down to Galveston, Texas. By the time they got to Galveston, that was their last stop with a name that's going to become familiar to some of you. Have you ever heard of Granger out there? For those of you who've heard of Granger, it's the company. Well,
Yeah.
Gordon Granger is the major general that was in charge of the troops who were delivering that message all the way down there to Galveston, Texas. And they set the slaves free down there and or gave them the word that the war is over and the slaves were free. So this is commemoration of the end of the Civil War, and also the formal freeing of all the slaves across the country. Now, there's a lot more that can be said. There's a lot of other history, but essentially, that's what this is. And the celebration became known as Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, because this is the day where officially all of the slaves became free, or at least word that the war is over and all the slaves are free finally reached down to Texas.
Very good. Thank you. Well done.
You're welcome.
I feel like I'm just glad there's not a quiz or anything. I feel like I was back in school.
We can ask questions, but I don't think the audience wants that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that those of you who will call and try to dispute whatever history I may just put out right there, and that's fine too. However, this is what we are celebrating here, or the reason why we have a federal holiday now known as Juneteenth. So because of that, Darren, you had a lot of things going on here. You got Bonnaroo, which just wrapped up last night in Manchester, combined with Father's Day, combined with Juneteenth going on. So the traffic patterns outside are not normal at all. Things are very different.
Not a good weekend for Huggy Bear. Bob Huggins.
Boy. This is it for him, isn't it? Like that was it.
It's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was barely hanging on as it is.
He was.
But this is really it.
Yeah. Well, he has officially resigned.
Yeah.
Which he's been getting beat up on social media for sure.
Yeah, well.
He was almost 3 times the legal limit. He's been no stranger to this.
Yeah, that is
it's
true.
happened before.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he gets some much needed help. I think he does. Seems like he does have an issue with
if he
with
wants
drinking.
the help,
Of course, that's the first step. You got to want it.
Yeah.
Nobody, doesn't matter who tells you. You got to want it. But what is Bob Huggins now? What, 70?
I don't know.
He's 69,
Gotta
70
be
years
something.
old.
I mean, what is this? Who is Bob Huggins now? That's the question to me, is what does Bob Huggins become? What is his legacy?
69.
But statistically, Darren, he's one of the best that's ever done it, right?
Whew.
I mean,
that's a good question.
So I'm just trying to figure out, what do we make of Bob Huggins when it ends this way? And I don't know.
I think he was just put in the Hall of Fame just in the last year or two. So
I thought so too.
But you're asking, is he the? What? I mean,
no.
How did you phrase it?
Not the greatest of all time.
Okay,
I didn't say that.
Okay.
No. I didn't say that. All I'm saying is among, when you look at the numbers and things like that, isn't he among? Yeah, here he is at 935 wins. 935 wins and 414 losses, okay? I mean, that's pretty doggone good with a whole lot of trophies on the case. 2 Final Fours. I mean,
right, but you know why I'm squirming. I mean, you know why.
Well, there's a lot of reason to squirm.
Well, okay, other than what we just talked
there's
about.
There's several reasons to squirm there.
But you know why I squirmed.
No. What reason? No, I don't know what reason you squirmed.
When you've coached that long and you've had
the statisticals,
that much success,
the stacking, yeah.
Okay, and you haven't even made it to the NCAA championship game. He's made it to Final Four.
Are you Frank Goring him? Is that what's going on here?
No,
Are you Frank Goring him?
kind of Rick Barnes in him, but his resume
is much better than Coach Barnes.
It is. No, it is.
Okay.
It is. But
no disrespect to Coach Barnes.
Right, but those are two that have had tons of success for a long time. A lot of highly successful regular seasons that, I mean, look, again, you can get mad or you're not. It's fair, unfair. You can scream from the mountaintops. It's how we judge things in this country, period. He doesn't have any championships. He's never even been to the championship game. Now he's had what? 3 Final Fours?
2.
Is that right? 2?
I read 2.
What, 1 in Cincy, 1 in West Virginia? Is that right?
Yes.
Again, 2 Final Four appearances he's been coaching, since the 80s?
70s.
Yeah.
Since the 70s.
Well, he started NAIA. So
yeah.
I'm talking about NCAA. NCAA, what, mid-80s?
Yeah, mid-80s.
Right?
Yeah, if you count, it's started at Walsh in 1980 and 81. That was his first season. According to the NCAA stats. Darren, he's 4th all time in total wins as a coach. It's Coach K, Jim Boeheim, Jim Calhoun, and Bob Huggins. That's the list. He's ahead of Bobby Knight, Dean Smith, Adolph Ruff. He's ahead of all those guys in wins. I'm just talking about. I'm just saying I don't know what to do with him. I really don't. This is the first time I'm really thinking about it, but I don't know where to place Bob Huggins in coaching lore.
I don't know what do you do with the category of championships? Like, what do you do with the category of ultimate success? I don't know. Some people say, the hell with that. He won a ton of basketball games. Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
To me, the championships knocks him out of the GOAT conversation. He can't be the GOAT because he doesn't have the championships. That's what that.
He never even made it to a championship game.
Yeah, okay. So he's not the GOAT, and I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying, is he a top 10 all time? And he can't be top 10 because he hasn't won a championship? Is he top 20? What is he? Is he a really good coach, or is he an average coach, or is he a really good coach that could have been a lot better, but he's got all this baggage? I don't know what to do with him yet.
I think
time will tell.
I think I bristle a little bit because I think there's been some people in the past, it seems to be in football the most, that get beat up.
They do.
Like
Dan Marino.
Marty Schottenheimer gets beat up.
Yeah.
Dan Marino, Charles Barkley, those guys get beat up.
They do.
Right, for not winning any championships.
Yeah, that happens. But all the other numbers are there.
But, if you're going to beat up on them, then why doesn't, that's why when people, I understand Tennessee fans, why do Tennessee fans get so mad? It's like, why do you get so mad about Rick Barnes? You don't get mad when other people get beat up for not winning championships. So, why would you think he would be exempt from that conversation? Rick Barnes has been to what, 1 Final Four in his entire coaching career?
I think so.
Again, like Bob Huggins, who's been to 2. 2 guys that have been highly successful.
Sure.
They are Hall of Fame coaches. Okay, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You've won a ton of basketball games.
A lot of basketball.
But again, in this country, we are wired to go right to championships. Is it fair? I'd say probably not. Winning's hard. But we love to go there.
We do.
We love to go there.
And he does not have the hardware.
Some people want to just disregard
Yeah.
Everything. You just want to talk about rings, and it's like, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
You've gone way too far.
And he doesn't have them.
No.
He does not have it in that department. So.
All right, we'll come back. We'll head east. We'll go to Knoxville. We'll bring in our man Vince Ferrara from the Sports Animal. We'll do that next.
Deerview Land Specialists is on the air saluting the brave men and women of our U.S. military. Their tireless efforts each and every day will never go unnoticed. Visit DAV.org to see how you can donate to our disabled veterans and make a difference today. This message is brought to you by Deerview Land Specialists. For quality service that goes above and beyond, call the pros today at 931-607-3519. That's 931-607-3519. Deerview Land Specialists. They're professionals who care.
Here at Total Wine & More, our amazing selection means you'll always
Love what you find.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Just getting a sneak peek at my Father's Day gifts.
Well, I was thinking of getting you this Barrel Select bourbon.
That's a really nice bottle.
And Total Wine has it at the totally lowest price.
Wow. You always were my favorite.
Thanks, Dad.
Talking to the bourbon, sweetie.
Find what you love what you find. Like the perfect gift for Dad at the perfect price. Only at Total Wine & More.
And drink responsibly. B21.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Greg Polk back once again to tell you about Bongo Java, Nashville's oldest and most celebrated coffee company, located in the Omni Nashville Hotel. Bongo Java's expert baristas take pride in their trade, serving up fresh, locally roasted coffee, classic handcrafted espresso, drinks, and fresh baked goods all day long. Start your day with an American or cold brew, or for a taste of Music City, grab a West End latte flavored with local honey and cinnamon, a Breakfast Club biscuit, or an everything all-at-once sandwich will fill you up and let you focus on your day. Bongo Java also has you covered for lunch with tasty deli sandwiches served on fresh-baked ciabatta bread like the I'll Have What She's Having or the Godfather. Bongo Java, open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Enjoy a fresh cup of Bongo Java in the heart of Music City. Bongo Java is the Nashville way to start the day. Bongo Java in the Omni Nashville Hotel, downtown 5th Avenue, Music City.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Sponsored by Armstrong Pharmaceutical.
The Jim Rome Show.
I get a lot of vacation. I understand that. However, I don't take a lot of sick days. These things are not one and the same. That was not like I worked 8 straight days or I worked Super Bowl Sunday. I think I'll give myself a day off. I earned it. Hey, and by the way, I could because I have those days. I pride myself in not taking sick days. I hate that. We usually grind through it. But honestly, it was the right thing. In that case, it was the right thing.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays 11 to 2 on Nashville's Sports Radio.
The McFarland Show, streaming live on the WNSR app and on WNSR.com.
Rolling along on this Monday afternoon, Darren and Justin here with you. Strike and Spare Family Fun Center Studio. Tennessee and Stanford. Loser packs up their bags and comes home. Virginia's already done that. They're the first out at the College World Series. Somebody today also will be out and be headed home. Hopefully it's not Tennessee, but at last check, they were trailing 4-0. They're in a commercial break, so I didn't see if anything's changed.
No, it is
4th inning.
Going to the top of the 5th.
Going to the top of the 5th.
Yes.
4-0 Stanford. All right, let's go to Knoxville. Vince Ferrara, 99.1 The Sports Animal, there in Knoxville. Vinny, how we doing?
Good, guys. How we doing?
Well, we're doing better than Tennessee right now. Doesn't look great.
Another 4-0 hole like they had with their season on the line in Hattiesburg.
Well, the good news is Skeens is not on the mound, who should be in the bigs.
Yeah, he should have done the weekend doubleheader where he pitched Saturday night in Omaha and then just like went to Sunday Night Baseball and showed up for either team and pitched for them. So if it was Red Sox Yankees this past Sunday?
Was it? I didn't hear anybody talk about that. It was Red Sox Yankees. I didn't see any promotions. These guys are in here nodding their heads. Didn't catch
typically under the radar.
Yeah,
right.
Very quiet series that nobody.
Yeah, they normally don't talk about that a whole lot.
Oh, wait a minute. They moved the College World Series to ESPN2 because of some series. Yeah, Yankees, Red Sox, I think.
Yeah. Red Sox, Yankees, Padres and Rays, same thing,
Yeah. So it seems like your fan base is a little upset with the strike zone Skeens seem to be getting on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, there were some questionable calls. There's no doubt about it. But look, some of those people that were complaining have recently started watching more college baseball in the postseason. Those of us that have watched college baseball all season, this is the norm.
Right.
Okay. And people were like outraged. That was the worst called strike I've seen ever in all of baseball history. I mean, and to me, it wouldn't some of those calls wouldn't crack a top 50 of bad calls with balls and strikes that I've seen this year. So, and here's another reminder. It's when the ball crosses the plate, not where it's caught by the catcher. Also, the stands, not always your best view. Honestly, the dugout isn't a great view for those guys either. The press box isn't a great view of balls and strikes, oftentimes, depending on where you set up. So, look, I get it. But when you have amazing command, impeccable command like Paul Skeens does, you're going to get some of those calls. And it happens in baseball. You'd love for it to be consistent game in, game out. And I know there's the technology now to check on that, but it's not like Major League Baseball games where they're showing you the strike zone, right? They're not doing that for college baseball broadcasts. So anyone that thinks they know whether it's a ball or strike is guessing, and sometimes with the eye that they want. Again, there were some calls off the plate. Paul Skeens kind of smiled at some of them that he got, but it's just inconsistent. It's been a smaller strike zone overall in college baseball this year, but that one was a little bit extended. But again, when you're that elite, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt, and if you're all over the place, you're not going to get those calls.
I got to be honest, just sitting here watching them, bad strikeout. By the way, the body language does not look great for Tennessee. When you think of, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because you know this, people that have followed the program know this, that are listening right now. They're a team that, goes off a lot with their confidence, right? And sometimes it's over the top and it rubs people the wrong way, but their body language right now, they do not look like a very comfortable team right now in this spot. And I get it. They're 4 innings away from going home, but they just do not look, although there's a nice hit. Okay. So they're in business, first and second, 1 out, but their body language doesn't look great, Vince.
I don't know. I mean, they had 2 hits in the inning. I mean, you do have a little bit bigger deficit right now against a really good pitcher. I think Tony Vitello called him, one of the better pitchers on the planet, and he is. He's second in the nation, Quinn Matthews, in strikeouts behind just Paul Skeens. But and Tennessee has not hit left-handers quite as well as they have right-handers. So, look, Tennessee missed on some opportunities early. It could have been much different. They had 2 on and 1 out in the first and the second and didn't get anything out of it. And then Stanford in the bottom of the first, when Dolander was 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning, they're able to get 2 runs across. Walks hit by a pitch, those have been plated by Stanford. So it's a matter of Tennessee missing out on early opportunities and see if they can cash in here with another third time they've had 2 or more on.
Okay, so
in the inning.
Talk about that, Vince. You've watched this team all year. Quite honestly, it was something that I thought was pretty alarming in the regionals and super regionals, them leaving runners on base a lot. And, luckily for them, it didn't bite them in the butt. But is that something they've struggled with all season long?
No, not all season long. They did when they started 5-10 in conference play.
Okay.
Then that Vanderbilt game where they won game one in dramatic fashion, they actually did not have a hit with runners on in the game. It was 4 solo home runs that won them that game. But then after that, they've been much, much better with the clutch hits. Now, there are those games that surface still, but not on the regular. I think it's sometimes against elite pitching, and now that the base is loaded, with 1 out in the inning. So we'll see if that brings a tying run to the plate, by the way. So it's just a different with Hunter Ensley, who homered the other day against LSU. So it's inning to inning, it's game to game with Tennessee. When they're dialed in and confident, they can be explosive. Otherwise, they can have a lot of swing and miss. So I wouldn't put too much into one batter at a time and how those guys look.
They're cooking right now. We'll see what happens. Bases loaded, 1 out. Just a little mound visit by Stanford trying to calm down their guy. But right now in the 5th, the Vols with bases loaded, 1 out, trailing 4-0 to Stanford, and Hunter Ensley is up.
Yeah, and Chase Burns in the game on the mound. He was able to shut the door on Stanford after they chased Chase Dolander, who didn't make it out of the 4th. So Burns came in, got the outs, and then shut the door. And Burns can give him 100 pitches in this game, so he's going to go until he gets hit hard. But Tony Vitello, I think, had to make a move earlier than he typically would have. Your season's on the line, and you got a bunch of really good arms, including an elite arm in Chase Burns. So understandable that they couldn't wait any longer with Dolander, who just wasn't as sharp with his slider. He didn't use his fastball or wasn't able to get it up in the zone where he's the most successful. So just not his best effort, even though he's likely to be top 10, maybe top 15 pick in the upcoming Major League Baseball draft.
For people who if they haven't been watching the College World Series, the games, Vinny, have been tremendous. I mean,
amazing.
Most all of them coming down, 1-run games. I mean, they have been tight. There have been exciting 9th innings. I mean, there's been a lot of drama. Whoa, that was close. A sac fly to left, and boy, they almost gunned him down at home. That was close. You're right.
Again, Darren. Almost again.
Good point. So now
it was thrown out earlier.
Yeah. 1st and 2nd. Now 2 outs. Boy, that was close. Was Stanford going to challenge us? I think he was safe.
I think he's in there.
By the way, here's another really cool stat that I saw this morning. States with the most players in the College World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, care to guess? He's safe. Care to guess what states? Give me I got the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
He's in. Whew. We're seeing the replay. He's in, but it is by an eyelash. He's in there. Yeah, it is close. The usual suspects, okay?
Yeah. California, Texas, Georgia,
Florida. Yeah.
Right.
California, Texas, Florida. It's your top 3.
All right.
Not in no particular order. In fact, I think it's Florida's 1. Guess who's 4th? Tennessee. How about that?
And what's interesting, certainly Tennessee brings their fair share, but 2 of the better players on Wake Forest, the number 1 overall seed, played in Chattanooga at the Baylor School. Danny Corona, who had the game-winning 2-run single for Wake Forest against Stanford, played at the Baylor School in Chattanooga. And then Nick Kurtz, who is another high-potential draft pick, he scored the eventual winning run for Wake Forest in their everyday lineup. Both can rake, and he also played at the Baylor School in Chattanooga. So, there's that is the deal. Now, I guess they were trying to appeal, but he
was. They just showed the replay. It looks like he's fine there. Looks like Stanford's going to lose both of these. I mean, I didn't look like he left early to me.
No.
No, there's no. Well, there's no. It's not like there's a penalty. This isn't football. I mean, you don't get a penalty for challenging these things. You don't lose a timeout.
Tennessee doesn't get another runner, an extra runner.
No, that's not the way that works.
No.
Well, you lose your challenge if you're just challenging just like the NFL does. No, if anything, Zane Denton left late.
Yeah, I agree with you. He could have been just a tad earlier than what he was.
Yeah, but you do lose your challenge. You get 2, and then you keep them if you're right. If you're wrong, then you lose it. So 2 wrong challenges and you're done. Mm-hmm. So let's hope. Unlike with Florida last night, I don't know if you guys saw it. They kind of ran out of mound visits, and they had to take their All-American closer out for Florida with the game on the line in the 9th against Oral Roberts, and then they had to bring in a freshman pitcher, and he loads the bases, and then they can't go out and talk to him. So once you get to 6 mound visits in a game, catcher and coach, you can only go out there to make a move. So they couldn't go settle their freshman pitcher after already having to take their All-American closer out. So, a big blunder yesterday by Florida nearly cost them, but they were able to get out of it and strand the bases loaded. So you're right, 5 one-run games. All 6 of those games going into today's matchup decided by a grand total of 8 runs. I can't remember a closer College World Series before.
So Vince, we were looking up some of the local products here from Middle Tennessee on this Tennessee team, and we were, when I say we, I mean the folks over at Fox 17 where I work in the mornings. The staff who does not follow Tennessee regularly was shocked to see how many Middle Tennessee connections are on this Vols team, and the impact that they are making is one thing from being across the state, but a lot of these guys are from places that we know around here very well, Mount Juliet and Smyrna and Brentwood and places like that. They recruit this area very heavily.
100%. And when things were lean, they weren't able to be a factor. I mean, Vanderbilt would get their pick of guys there, and now Tennessee is much more competitive in the mid-state and able to get their fair share of guys. So look, because this state is underrated with baseball talent, including in East Tennessee and the Knoxville area. You get a number of SEC schools that come into the state and get players, but Tennessee's done a much better job of that under Tony Vitello in bringing those guys to East Tennessee.
And the other thing about this is just trying to figure out where Tennessee can go from here if they do rally and pull this game out. What is the path forward like if they are able to survive this?
Basically, counting today, you have to win 4 games in 4 straight days to get to the championship series. So it's everybody in their bracket. It's Wake, it's LSU, and it's Stanford here today. And the winner of this game will play the loser of tonight's LSU-Wake Forest game tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and then that's an elimination game. So if you win that game, then you play whoever wins tonight between LSU and Wake, who will be 2-0, and they'll play Wednesday night at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and you got to beat them twice, similar to a regional. So it's a tall task to win 4 games 4 days in a row. But you know what? It's been done before. The percentages are not in your favor, but that's the path. And then once you get, if you do, then you play best 2 out of 3, which would start Saturday, be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday if necessary. So potentially you could still see 6 or 7 more games if Tennessee is able to get hot and get on a run.
Wow. Boy, just losing that opening game set all that in motion, huh? If that opening game meant that much.
For sure.
Oh, the stats show if you lose your first game, I mean, there's been very, very few. I think it's like a couple teams, I think, that have won it all from losing. When you lose the first game, it's almost death knell.
I admit, I did not realize it was that dire to win the first game.
Yeah, and then when you go 2-0, whoever wins tonight, then they skip ahead to Wednesday, so you get another day off to get your arms rested. And then if you win one game, you're on to the championship series. So it's 3 wins to get to the series versus having to go through the losers bracket and play day after day after day to get there.
Okay, here we go.
Tennessee in business here, it would seem. So another play to play. Yeah, he's in there.
All
right. So 4-2 Tennessee now, thanks to the base knock to center field. So Tennessee continues to remain in business with 2 on, 2 out.
Yep.
Here in the 5th, and here we go, Vince, with the merry-go-round.
Sorry, Justin. Just to say, they're responding to Darren calling out their body language. So that's clear. The timing is.
They're like, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Here's your body language right here, Mr. McFarland.
I can't wait to see you in Omaha, Darren. Get your body language.
Wanted to ask you quickly about football since the tension has broken a little bit there in Omaha. Obviously, a huge football recruiting weekend for UT. A lot of people coming in for a visit. The number 1 player in the state. Tell us about this guy, Boo Carter out of Chattanooga.
Yeah, he says, I think I can be the next big thing. He's an athlete, just like a lot of high school stars, plays both sides of the ball, a lot of different positions. He could be really good wide receiver if they want him to, but he's probably going to play in the secondary. So he's a guy that Tennessee made him a high priority, and he said that they understood that they couldn't let me go anywhere besides the University of Tennessee. And then he was reaching out to a lot of the elite guys that are still out there for Tennessee and said he's coming to get you and helping Tennessee make history and win a natty, the way he termed it. So it was a big get. Peer recruiting is always very useful. And they had, 5-star defensive lineman Camarion Franklin and a bunch of other offensive and defensive guys in town. It was a big weekend, very successful weekend. Darnell Wright, Chicago Bears first-round pick, he was in town. He was helping Tennessee recruit as well. There's another base knock for Tennessee.
Okay,
Base is loaded.
Yeah, base is loaded here again. So,
I think that's 5 hits in the inning, guys.
Yeah, I'm curious how long Stanford hangs in with. Are they switching here? How long Stanford hangs in with this pitcher at this point?
He's not going anywhere. There's a big drop off in the pen besides Montgomery. Excuse me, Matthews. Matthews 156 pitches in the Super Regional, 16 strikeouts. It's one thing if he keeps getting hit hard, but. They left him in for 156 pitches and over 300 in his last 3 outings. So he'd have to really melt down if they're going to make a move.
Vince, appreciate the visit. We'll see how this turns out. Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe we should.
I'll tell you what. I like their body language right now. It looks good.
Maybe we should keep talking to Vince. Maybe that's what's doing it here.
I was going to say, Ball fans are like, no. This has worked. Vince on for a little bit. Let's
maybe
keep
we should hang on with Vince through the end of the side here to keep things going. We're scheduled to take a break, but hey.
0-2. 0-2's the count. So
0-2 with the bases loaded here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
It's one of those things as well, Vince, where I think a lot of people end up watching this and kind of gripping time. It kind of gets fun when it gets to this stage a little bit because people are paying very close attention. They're nothing beats the excitement of football. I'll give you that. But this part of the season is when everybody gets engaged, and I imagine the wave of the energy there feels pretty fantastic.
Oh my God, the drama! You can see the drama in the face of the stress in the face of the fans. And then Kevin O'Sullivan was just completely stressed out.
Oh my gosh, I could not believe that.
Night.
Yes,
yeah.
This is a guy who's got tons of experience. This is one of the best coaches in the country, and I thought he was going to melt down. Did that get through? It sure did.
Yeah.
Are they going to get 2? Are they going to get 2?
Yep.
Yeah,
yes, they did.
We're all tied.
We are tied. Gosh, Vince, we got to go to the break, but I don't know, man. This is I don't know. 4-4, first and second, 2 outs.
It's a fluky game, man. You never know. You never know. This is the energy's tipping just right with Vince on the phone somehow.
This is coming up on my show tomorrow morning, so you guys will get some love for for this.
Hey, if they come back to win it, we definitely want a shout out. The McFarland Show better get a shout out tomorrow morning.
Sure.
And listen, I want a championship ring. Can we get can we get some love on the back end? If they go all the way, can we get a little, a replica jury? I mean, we can do some of that here. The way this is going.
All right. We got it. We do have
we
to
are
hit the
way
break.
over, yeah.
But this was so worth it. Vinny, appreciate it. Hey, let's see how this turns out. It's going to be fun. Appreciate the visit.
Thanks,
we'll talk soon.
Hey, anytime you guys need me, appreciate you.
All right. Vince Ferrara, the sports animal, 99.1 there in Knoxville. We'll take a quick break, come back with more next.
Hey, Tennessee! We're Zen Sports, the new sportsbook in town. We listen to your feedback on our competitors, so we designed Zen Sports just the way you wished. Set favorites, search and sort bets, and earn real cash rewards, saving you time and money with every bet you make. Find the bets you want, not those distracting bets that seem too good to be true but rarely are. Best of all, withdraw your winnings in under 24 hours, so take control of your bets. Because with Zen Sports, betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and up and in Tennessee to bet.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-649-0142. 800-649-0142. 800-649-0142. That's 800-649-0142.
Nashville, start your engines. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix is coming to the streets of downtown Nashville. Experience 3 days of racing, music, family fun zone, food trucks, and more. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix is August 4th through August 6th. From stadium super trucks flying through the air to open wheel IndyCar racing that turns right. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix has something for every race fan. There's music all day, every day. And don't miss the Friday and Saturday night concert under the stars. And they have rides for the kids provided by Wesley Mortgage. The streets of Music City come alive August 4th through August 6th. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. Grab your tickets before they're gone and log on to MusicCityGP.com. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. It's more than a race. It's a festival.
The Atlanta Braves are back, and this 2023 team is ready for another epic season.
1-1 pitch. There's a deep drive to left center field. This thing is clear for takeoff. Back-to-back home runs, Ozuna and Riley.
Catch the 2023 Atlanta Braves right here on Music City's home for Braves baseball. WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Titans fans, Preds fans, the McFarland Show has you covered. Give us a call, 615-844-5600. The McFarland Show with Darren and Justin.
Appreciate the visit from Vince Ferrara, the sports animal in Knoxville. Tennessee, Stanford. Tennessee has chased Stanford's ace. They have bases loaded, 2 outs. We'll see if the Vols can take their first lead of the game out in Omaha. This is an elimination game out at the College World Series. Loser will join Virginia in going home early in the College World Series. So they've gone to the pen, and we'll see if Tennessee can keep this thing going. They have been stringing together hit after hit, and it hasn't been bombs.
No, not at all.
It's just been base knocks, one after another.
Yeah.
Just advancing the runners. So
just right out of the infield there.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the phone. 615-844-5600. Nate is down in Columbia. Nate, what's up?
What's up, guys? Darren, you going to stop by Rocco's when you go down to Omaha?
Is that the place where they're doing the Jell-O shots?
Have you seen the amount of Jell-O shots LSU has had?
Well, let me just say this. If anyone listening to this is surprised that LSU is running away with that category, then I guess welcome to the SEC country, because I mean I would have put everything I had. You talking about the lock of the century was that LSU was going to run away with that category.
It's Jell-O shots. Have you been to Louisiana?
Have you been to Baton Rouge?
Have you been down to New Orleans and Baton Rouge? I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of that place.
That was a shoe-in. That was easy.
I'm just surprised that they have almost hit 13,000.
Is it up to 13,000?
It is 12, 8, and some change.
Okay, I didn't know they had gone double digits
again,
already.
It's Louisiana. I'm not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what happens now. There can be a huge rally, and nobody's catching LSU.
Listen, when the drinks down there are hand grenades and hurricanes, that's the name of the drinks down in Louisiana. Then Jell-O shots. I think they can handle that.
And their most famous street is Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
you're not winning that category.
I saw a couple hours ago that someone did the math. They're about $5 a Jell-O shot. Throughout the entire team's fan bases, about $139,000 has been spent on Jell-O shots.
Yeah, look, it's one of the best promotions ever. I don't know who's responsible for that, but whoever did come up with that, it is one of the best marketing things I've ever seen. Now, it's only for once a year, but for that particular place, once a year, I mean, that is their Super Bowl, 2-week window, or how long are they out there? Week and a half?
Yeah.
It's like their Super Bowl 10-day window. And to sell that, I mean, that place
make the money for the year.
For the year in that 10-day window. It's pretty amazing.
Christmas bonus is available now.
So, really, I called in today to give y'all a little backstory on my daughter's name. And so her name is Renley, W-R-E-N-L-E-Y.
Okay.
Wait a minute, spell it again.
And W-R-E-N-L-E-Y.
Renley.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And so I know Darren will know what I'm talking about. Justin, do you know of, I don't know how old she is anymore, but this girl that her name is Wrigley, and she was on social media. Darren, how old would you say when she was, talking about Pecorine and PK Subban? You remember that?
Yeah, I would say Wrigley was, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years old would be my guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And so me and my wife, talk about her some just because of her being so present I guess, on her mom's social media. And I kept saying her name wrong. I was saying Renley instead of Wrigley.
Wow.
How I came up with Renley, I have no idea, but it's a happy accident.
I like it. Well, now we'll never forget that. That is a name you won't forget.
That is unique, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for the
and
story.
Congratulations yet again.
Nate, we do have to run to the break, so thanks for the call, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, we'll come back, wrap up hour number 1 next.
All 5 Middle Tennessee locations of Sam's Place and Sam's Sports Grill are open for dine-in service plus takeout and curbside pickup as well. That's right. You can dine in or out at our locations in Belmead, Murfreesboro, Hendersonville, Old Hickory, and our newest location at Nippers Corner. Happy hours Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 featuring half-price beer. From scratch kitchen items made fresh daily, Sam's Place and Sam's Sports Grill are the best eats and the best seats for every game. For more information, visit samsportsgrill.com.
Post-COVID travel is on a surge. Many of you are traveling for fun because you've been locked up for 2 years. Listen, whether you're traveling for fun to Italy, Greece, Spain, France, or somewhere else fun in the world, or USA, now is a great time to book before the crowds hit and save. Plus, with a strong U.S. dollar, you'll get more travel bang for your buck. Right now is a smart time to make your reservations and call low-cost airlines. With one phone call, you can let us do all the work for free. We'll shop hundreds of airlines, hotels, resorts, and give you a way to save huge money on your vacation plans. And if you call right now, we'll give you a free hotel room with a qualified travel purchase. So call right now.
800-704-1662. 800-704-1662. 800-704-1662. That's 800-704-1662.
Located at 5410 Murfreesboro Road in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers is one-stop shopping for all your liquor, beer, and wine needs and has been a multiple winner annually in the Best of Rutherford County voting for Best Liquor Store and Top Wine Shop. Featuring the lowest prices, the best customer service with unsurpassed knowledge, City Slickers offers the largest craft beer selection in Rutherford and southeastern Davidson counties and has beer on tap at its Growler filling station. City Slickers also sells mixers, sodas, snacks, tobacco products, and the Tennessee Lottery, and can place special orders and assist with all your events and even wedding planning. Make sure you follow City Slickers on all their social media or just give them a call at 615-280-7469. That's 615-280-7469. Located in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Tennessee needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Sports fans, listen to Youth Connect on Monday nights at 6 and hear me, Seagull Boys basketball coach Matt Rigsby and Darren McFarland.
Hey, listen to Youth Connect on Monday nights from 6 until 7 o'clock as we highlight high-level trainers, coaches, and players in and around Middle Tennessee. Give us a call at 615-844-5600. We live video stream all of our shows on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
And hear me, Seagull Boys basketball coach Matt Rigsby.
And hear me, Darren McFarland, live on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio. Unfortunately, Tennessee, check swing.
The McFarland Show, broadcasting live in Rutherford County on 107.9 FM.
Yes, we are, Mr. Big Voice.
I got caught.
But to say, you got to wait for the big voice, Darren.
Check swing, strikeout for Tennessee. So strikeout with bases loaded, 4-4, bottom of the fifth.
Whew.
4-4, bottom of the fifth.
I don't know if you've noticed, Tennessee's body language has changed.
It has. They seem to be in much better spirits.
Yeah.
And Vinny texted me during the break, you cut me loose, and the rally ends.
Yeah. I was going to say, they still be batting if we were talking to Vince. It may be 10-4 now.
Yeah. We're going to have to shoulder that one, aren't we?
Yeah. It's our fault.
You heard the Youth Connect promo. We will have a Youth Connect show tonight during the 6 o'clock hour. Our very special guest will be Drew Maddox.
Oh, very cool.
So be listening for that tonight during the 6 o'clock hour.
Boy, I bet he's got a lot of questions that I would like to ask him about certain things. So that should be a great show.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. Alex Palou will join us. He is the IndyCar driver. Of course, the Music City Grand Prix will be August 4th through the 6th. So, yeah, I know we still got a little bit of ways to go. They're going to start building those grandstands and everything here pretty soon.
Very soon.
But we're going to have Alex Palou on, who just won this past weekend, Road America. He is your points leader right now. And we will have him on coming up in about 15, 20 minutes. So be listening for Alex Palou, open-wheel driver, IndyCar driver, coming up in about 15, 20 minutes in the game. Or 20 minutes in the show.
Yes.
In the game out in Omaha, Tennessee, Stanford has nobody on and 2 outs now. So
yeah, and the momentum has switched.
It definitely has switched.
They've switched jerseys. The momentum is wearing orange right now in Omaha. That is for sure. So we'll see if the Vols can keep it up, and we'll see if Uncle Mo decides to switch jerseys again. But right now, he's wearing orange for sure.
We've got an open segment to begin the second hour. We'll welcome your phone calls, 615-844-5600. So we'll do that to start hour number 2 here on this Monday. You are listening to The McFarland Show here on WNSR.
560 AM, 95.9 FM, Brentwood, Nashville, 107.9 FM, Smyrna, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
ABC News, I'm Jim Ryan. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, airing differences between the U.S. and China. They include the Chinese production of fentanyl, which Blinken says is the leading cause of death for Americans ages 18 to 49.
I made clear that we need much greater cooperation to address this critical issue. We agreed to explore setting up a working group or joint effort so that we can shut off the flow of precursor chemicals, which help fuel this crisis and a growing number of deaths.
President Biden travels to California today. He'll announce more than $600 million in funding for climate adaptation projects. Several tornadoes were confirmed in Mississippi overnight. At least one person was killed. Nearly 24 were hurt. Mass shootings and gun violence across the U.S. killed at least 6 people this weekend. Several people with guns fired shots at a holiday crowd in St. Louis. Bullets also flew at a Juneteenth celebration in suburban Chicago. This is ABC News.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Sizzling summer savings are happening now at Ashley. Get ready to save on the hottest furniture styles for every room in your home. Upgrade your living room with a new sectional. Create a restful retreat with a new bed. Or elevate your dining room with a new dining set. And to make these sizzling savings even hotter, we offer flexible payment options for every budget. Score savings that are almost too hot to handle. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to shop and save today.
I've got a unique vacation idea for you that's right here in the United States. If you're ready for a vacation that's fun and downright affordable, listen up. It's driving distance for many of you, so no planes, no airline delays, no hassles. It's Branson, Missouri, the entertainment capital of the Midwest. Live music for everyone. Branson has 3 beautiful, enormous lakes, water attractions, live shows, great food, and tons of entertainment. It's a perfect vacation for you and your family, or if you're retired and you want to have a great time. And you can stay in Branson for as low as $99 a night. Please understand, this is not a timeshare offer. It's a real vacation for as little as $99 a night. We've got a free vacation guide we want to send you right now. All you have to do is call for complete details. Get your free Branson, Missouri guide right now by calling this number.
800-413-3953. 800-413-3953. 800-413-3953. That's 800-413-3953.
Today on Hey Culligan, how smart is your water? Here's Tracy.
Hey Culligan, I think my water might be dumb.
Good news, Tracy. Your water's not dumb. It's just not talking to you.
You can make my water talk.
No, but the new Culligan Smart Drinking Water System can talk to your phone to tell you when your water filters need changing and help you meet drinking water goals.
Now that's some brilliant H2O.
You said it, Tracy, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find. I like this flavored gin, but want something new? You'll love this one. Oh, you're good. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Listen, you can't handle the truth. It's about to go off. Live from the WNSR Strike and Spare studios.
Just a bit outside.
Now back to the McFarland Show with Darren McFarland and Fox 17's Justin McFarland.
Show me the money!
Call or text now. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Call us or send us a text on the WNSR text line. 615-844-5600. 615-844-5600. Call or text. Same number.
Oh, righty there.
Now, the McFarland Show with Darren and Justin.
Second hour. We're rolling along here on the McFarland Show on this Monday afternoon. Could get some rain today. Now.
We've already got some rain.
Or later. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are. Yeah, I hit a spot.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in.
Heavy stuff.
It got heavy.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It was just spots.
Yeah, isolated.
Very spotty.
What we call isolated thunderstorms.
Yep. We're in the sixth inning in Omaha. Tennessee has a runner on. Just got to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So 4-4 Cardinal and Vols. That would be Stanford and Tennessee, in case you didn't know who the Cardinal
is. Not the Cardinals.
No, Cardinal.
Plural. No, the Cardinal out there in Stanford, California.
And their mascot is a tree.
And that is correct. I mean, what are you going to do?
Makes tons of sense, right?
Listen, we have an NFL team in town that's named the Titans. We have a raccoon for a mascot, okay?
Fair enough.
So
how do you push back on that?
No shots fired. You cannot throw rocks. We live in a house full of glass, okay?
Oh, he got hit. He didn't get walked. He got hit.
I was wondering. I was like, it's early in the count for that.
Hit his elbow pad.
There you go.
Hit his armor.
Yeah.
All right, 615-844-5600 is our phone line and our text line. Let's go to Eric. Eric, welcome in.
Hey, guys. First of all, I hope all the dads out there had a happy Father's Day, and also hope everybody's enjoying Juneteenth today.
Yes, sir.
Really excited as a sports fan, but a couple of quick things, and I'll get to what I want to talk about. First of all, guys, y'all both, of course, as you know, I'm best friends with Kenny the Mailman. Him and his wife, Babette, just recently got back from vacation, but also thoughts and prayers to him, and because I feel you guys want to know, he's going to the hospital tomorrow to have cataract surgery. So,
no.
Okay.
Yeah. I talked to him last night. He told me that. So just thoughts and prayers to him. Good, super dude, and just
I wish him the speediest recovery humanly possible.
Please pass along that this show is thinking about it
without question.
Yeah. I appreciate that, guys, and also I appreciate your thoughts and prayers as well too. For myself, I went to the doctor's last week. I think I may have arthritis. I've got tremendous pain in my left wrist. I went and got some X-rays, but I haven't found out anything yet. So
okay,
but I'm hanging in. So
well, keep us posted.
I sure will, guys. A couple of things, and I'll get off. Guys, and I know, Darren, you took a subtle little shot at it a few weeks ago about nobody cared about them, but who's the hottest team in baseball right now? The Cincinnati Reds. They've won 8 straight games, 12 out of their last 14.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team that got off to a 1-9 start, and they swept the defending World Series champion Houston Astros. I mean, I'm surprised. 2 games over 500, and this is the longest winning streak they've had in 11 years since 2012. I don't think anybody expected about the Reds. If they keep this up, guys, they've got a shot to win the division. I mean, I still think they're probably a year, maybe a couple years away from being serious contenders, but they've been really coming along. In fact, they've had 23 come-from-behind wins. You know, I'm just stunned at the way they're playing, but I'm real, as a Reds fan, real happy about it.
Yeah, they are playing tremendous, and like you said, they are not afraid to be down and come back and win. So,
yeah,
hats off to them.
They were the worst team in the National League last year, and they had 100 losses. But it's been kind of a crazy year in baseball where a lot of these teams that are winning and doing things right now were probably not expected. You've got the Rays, of course, doing what they're doing in the American League. You've got the Arizona Diamondbacks that are doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of some of the small market teams.
Pirates have been good this year. I mean, better than usually, being 40 games out of first by now.
Yankees.
Yeah, and the big market teams are struggling. Both the Yankees and Mets are struggling. The Dodgers are struggling. San Francisco's been coming on. They're ones. I think it's like 6 or 7 in a row themselves.
Eric, did you know that the Red Sox and the Yankees played this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know about that. Nobody really said anything.
Well, the Red Sox swept them. And the Yankees really miss Aaron Judge. They are in serious trouble without him. I think the earliest they expect to come back is the All-Star break. When he's not in the lineup, they are just not hitting.
Yeah, their record is not good when he's not in there.
Yeah. I think there's something like under 500, and because I think he missed a little bit early, but then he was back in there. He was knocking the cover off the ball, but now he's been out for about the last couple of weeks, and they are really, really struggling. And the pitching is not great. I mean, other than I think it's like Garrett Cole, the rest of the pitching has been kind of inconsistent.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
No, it's been a wonky year so far. But Eric, it's still not early, but it's not exactly late either.
No, but I know what you're saying.
I think the All-Star break is in about 3 weeks.
I agree. That's where you start really. This is when business picks up after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, of course, I know this is still pretty much Braves country, but the way the Reds are playing, I know before the Reds actually were the number one team in this area, but the Braves certainly is now. But there's still a lot of Reds fans now, but hopefully, they can continue it up and kind of come back somewhat, but we'll see what happens.
This market used to air Reds games on local TV here. Years ago.
And on the cable network now, they actually have the routed thing, but it's weird because they flip-flop like this weekend. I mean, the Reds are normally on my channel, it's like 12:51, but then they flip-flop to like 12:50. So it's like the Atlanta and Ohio thing flip-flop. It's just weird how that works, why it's not just on one network where they flip-flop sometimes between Reds and Reds.
Major League Baseball, many soapbox, I promise. Eric. The Major League Baseball needs to wake up and get with like the times. Like still blacking out games is so like 25 years ago. It's like can we get a clue and not black out games? Come on, man. What are we doing?
You're right. Guys, I'm going to get off and let you get some other callers. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right,
and I'll certainly keep you updated if I hear anything about you, the mailman and stuff.
Yeah, and good luck with your stuff, man.
Absolutely.
All right, bye.
Yesterday, the game was heard here on these airwaves. The Braves, who are also red hot, 6-game winning streak, their third 6-game winning streak. Pretty cool story there. Did you see where Michael Harris's dad threw out the first pitch?
No.
Yes. And do you know what he did?
Do I know what Michael Harris's father did?
No, what Michael Harris did.
No.
He...
Do you know what he did? I was like, hold on, who's he?
No.
Michael Harris. Okay.
Hit a 460-foot bomb.
Jeez.
And went 5 for 5.
Jeez.
So pretty cool on Father's
Day. He hit
Day.
one on his I-75 at that rate.
Yeah, pretty cool. And he is a guy that came out of the gates pretty sluggish, but he has been red hot since then.
Okay.
Red hot.
Very, very cool. By the way, update on the baseball game. We're here in the top half of the 6th for Tennessee. They've got 2 on and 2 out. And they're still tied with Stanford 4-4 here. So we'll see if they can get another run across the plate here. As they've been threatening now for the last little bit to try and push somebody else across. They just haven't been able to do it. So they got to get these clutch hits in moments like this if they want to advance here. So again, 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th inning, and they're tied at 4.
Boy, Stanford likes the lefties, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Man. Another lefty.
Another lefty out of the pen.
All right, let's go to Tony. Tony is up next. Welcome in.
Good afternoon, guys. Actually, you missed the wild card call on it's 2 on, 2 out, and 2-2 count.
Okay.
If you were playing poker, it's a pretty good hand.
God. Okay, I thought that was going to drop for a fair ball. But
innings over.
Inning over.
I love Eric, but I tell you what, it was almost like a verbatim what he said today on the Greg and John show. I could almost say it with him, with what he was talking about.
Leave Eric alone, Tony.
I like Eric, but boy, it's just the same. Greg got on to him last week about don't say the same script on every show you call.
Well, listen, in fairness, I'm just going to say this. We appreciate
absolutely
people like you and others, Tony, that listen to all the shows. But the reality
I
is
love
people
it.
don't. You know what I mean? People just come
I
and
know,
go.
and
so,
I'm one of them that I'll flip around and check out stuff and see what's saying. But I do like to talk about different things on different shows, though. I will say that.
Okay.
A lot of times too. And what I'm calling today about, guys, how fun was it last night to watch prime time U.S. Open, a major golf event in prime time TV, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. At the same time, you had the College World Series going on and the Yankees and Red Sox.
Did it
going
run
on.
till
It
10?
was a lot of good sport.
Yeah.
Did the U.S. Open run till 10?
Yes. I mean, was it 10? I mean, it was 9.
Went to 10 o'clock
9,
last
10
night,
o'clock.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
9 o'clock. Maybe 9.
Maybe it was
but
9
a
o'clock.
4
I think it was 9
5 hour
o'clock.
deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I
Okay.
watched it all the way to the end.
Okay.
And, yeah, the leaders didn't tee off till like 5:06 our time. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it was fun to see that type of, golf being played at that hour and all. And
I
something else,
suspect, Tony, that I haven't seen the ratings yet. If you have, tell us. I have not seen the ratings, but I suspect golf is going to get in a room and go, maybe we need to figure out
You might get the local ratings, but yeah, I mean,
how do we capitalize on this? Because I suspect their ratings were really good. I suspect.
you kind of hope, but it's hard to say because you don't get that many prime time, late evening golf matches. There's not lights on many golf courses, not unless they do one of those special events where they have like DeChambeau against Tiger or Mickelson. Remember those events they did out in the desert, Arizona, where they bring all the lights in. They play some type of special 2-on-2 event or something like that. So,
yeah.
But another thing I want to talk about, and I might spark a fire under Dr. Detroit because he likes NASCAR race too. I'm a NASCAR. I'm not a die-in-the-hard NASCAR fan like I once was when it was the boys from Alabama and DW and all them running and Earnhardt and all that. But today, NASCAR, I try to really watch it, and I do watch it, but it gets boring. All the cars are pretty much all set the same, and everything is just the money. The money drivers are up front. The non-money guys are in the back. It has flip-flopped a little bit at times, but with NASCAR coming here this weekend, I hope the race here is a little bit more exciting than some of the last few races that I've watched. And I was going to, I'd like to call Liz Allison. I know she has a show at nighttime. I'm not sure what channel she's on, guys. I don't know. But she used to have a NASCAR show. But I just think it's been a little stale, a little boring. And I'm not one of these persons that wants to just see the wrecks. I like to see the door-to-door, mix it up, some nice, passing maneuvers and all this stuff. But it's at time has been pretty stale and pretty, go fast, turn left scenario. And that's just, I hope the race here at Nashville this weekend, weather permitting, let's hope they can get some racing in because it looks like we're going to be wet all week.
Well, let me ask you this real quick, Tony, on the way out. What's really changed? I mean, is that something new? You were like, it's the haves and the have-nots, isn't? I mean, when Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart, weren't they the haves and they were always winning?
I think today, what's happened a lot now, you've got so many of the teams. You've got the Childress, the Gibbs, all these teams, and that's the ones that are running up front. Whereas back in the day, you might get some of the guys where they didn't have – everybody was their own individual team. And you could get somebody come in there and surprise people. And the name drivers are up front, but at the same time, you just get a lot – it just seems like a lot of it gets strung out. They could run in a circle, and you've got this chasing that and that chasing this. It seems like the dog chasing their tail sometimes.
Okay.
So, but what has changed, to answer your question, in the money world, not much, but you still would think you'd see some door-to-door racing, maybe some little bumper-to-bumper racing. You see that today's cars, you put a bumper to another bumper car, it don't even hardly affect it. And these cars are made today just to be able to sustain any type of bumping, grinding, or whatever. And I just hope the racing's better and gets a little bit more exciting to where we can see something here on the second half of the season.
Technology has changed the game, and I remember when the restrictor plate came in and people were talking about that, and the drivers at the time said that restrictor plate racing was going to ruin the sport because it takes all the spontaneity, is the way they called it, out of the sport, even at the time. And so I remember that and hearing you talk, Tony, because it sounds the warning they issued back then. It sounds a lot like what you're speaking of right now.
Well, and I know y'all were going to try to get that interview. Hopefully, y'all could get that interview with Blaney. He's a good guy. He's a fun guy to talk to. But anyway, guys, I know I need to go, but just wanted to call in and say great show as always. And everybody is backing up on Eric. Eric, you're a great guy. We think the world of you, all of us do, and hope everything goes well with Kenny.
Yep.
All right, man.
All right, thank you, Tony.
See you guys. Bye.
Speaking of racing, we're going to come back with Alex Palou. Alex Palou is an open wheel driver, IndyCar driver, currently atop the leaderboard in the points standings. And, of course, the race here, the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix, is not far away. He will join us next here on the McFarland Show, WNSR.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $16. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Here at Total Wine & More, our amazing selection means you'll always
love what you find.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Just getting a sneak peek at my Father's Day gifts.
Well, I was thinking of getting you this Barrel Select bourbon.
That's a really nice bottle.
And Total Wine has it at the totally lowest price.
Wow. You always were my favorite.
Thanks, Dad.
Talking to the bourbon, sweetie.
Find what you love what you find. Like the perfect gift for Dad at the perfect price. Only at Total Wine & More.
And drink responsibly. B21.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bob's Steak and Chop House, located in the Omni Nashville Hotel, is a nationally renowned steakhouse specializing in the finest corn-fed Midwestern prime beef. The menu formula is simple: incredible meat, gigantic shrimp, fabulous salads, and decadent desserts. Start your experience at Bob's with the fried calamari or fresh scallops seared in Texas burnt honey. All the beef at Bob's Steak and Chop House are USDA prime cuts, from the traditional filet of tenderloin and ribeye to the adventurous Kansas City bone-in strip. They even have 2 different surf and turf options. And if you're looking for the other white meat, Bob's Steak and Chop House serves a dry-aged pork tomahawk with homemade applesauce. Fresh seafood is on the menu, from salmon to scampi, and even fresh lobster tail. For reservations, give them a call or log on to the Omni Nashville Hotel website. Bob's Steak and Chop House at the Omni Nashville Hotel. And now, Wise Guy Custom Builds, LLC is reminding Americans to show support to the brave men and women who serve our U.S. military. Please visit DAV.org and consider donating to the disabled U.S. veterans who need our help. This message is brought to you by Wise Guy Custom Builds, LLC. For residential remodeling or home additions, give the pros a call today at 262-607-1165. That's 262-607-1165. Wise Guy Custom Builds, LLC. They bring your dream space to life.
This is the Greg Vogue and John Burton Show.
Pleased to be joined by Coach Philip Fulmer.
Oh, Hall of Famer. You know, he's in Nashville quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
I'm in Nashville a lot. I don't know all this basketball talk. Who are these people you're talking to? Coach K and Patino. I'm just great times again on Rocky Top. We put the letters up on top of the stadium. It's fantastic.
Greg Vogue and News Channel 5's John Burton, WNSR. Nashville Sports Radio.
Welcome back to the Strike and Spare Studios. You're listening to The McFarland Show with Darren McFarland and Fox 17's Justin McFarland.
Back here on the McFarland Show, Darren and Justin here with you, Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio here on this Monday afternoon. As promised, we know Music City Grand Prix is coming to the streets of Nashville here very, very soon. August is not far away, Justin.
No, not at all.
You know, it's already, we're about ready to wrap up. Well, we're close to wrapping up June.
Close.
And you know what? This is going to be a big event, and we've got one of the drivers that we will see in our city come that first weekend in August. Alex Ballou is on the line with us. Alex, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Well, if you would have said anything other than you're doing great, I mean, you've won 2 races in a row. You should be doing actually 3 of 4, so you should be doing fantastic, right?
Yeah, well, sorry, I'm doing fantastic. Honestly, it's been great start of the season, and hopefully we can continue with the road that we're having now.
What was Road America like? By the way, just kind of set the scene for us. I'm not even sure I know it's in Wisconsin, but kind of set the scene for us what this past weekend was like for you.
Oh, it was amazing. We had the new pavement on track. It was really, really fast because we had so much grip, and it was actually hard to get confidence just because we came from Detroit, which was very bumpy, very slow, and suddenly went to Road America, which that's what makes IndyCar so challenging. But honestly, it was super fun. We had great atmosphere, and it was a great weekend for me, obviously, with the win on Sunday. So, yeah, cannot wait for the next couple of races, which we're going to have 9 races in 12 weeks, I believe. So it's going to be a busy stretch now to end the season.
I do want to ask you, this may be a silly question, but bear with me here, okay? Yeah, you guys have like your Super Bowl race kind of in the middle of your season. You know, American football here, and I'm saying this because Alex is from Spain, so he, we can't just say football, right?
Yes,
he's like,
wait a minute,
what are you talking about?
Something very different.
American football, like the Super Bowl is at the end of their season, right? It's the last game they play. It's the biggest spectacle they have in their sport, but it's at the very end. You guys have your Super Bowl. You know I'm talking about the Indianapolis 500 at the end of May. It's basically in the middle of your season. So you go through this huge weekend, right? And by the way, it's weeks leading up to it. It's crazy. It's quite the event. And then you have to turn around after a weekend like that, which I have to believe is just mentally taxing on you drivers, and get ready for another race in Detroit, which, oh, by the way, you did that and you won. What's it like doing that next race after doing the Indianapolis 500?
It's tough, basically, because as you said, it's not a weekend. It's actually 3 weeks because we do the road course race and then we qualify during a week, we practice, and then we race. So it's really exhausting. We also have a lot of media duties because it's our biggest race of the year. So then you are exhausted. Obviously, it's super fun. It's the best time of the year. But then you have to do a quick turnaround, go to Detroit, then you're going from the fastest racetrack in the world to probably the slowest in the calendar. So it's tough for us, but that's what makes IndyCar so fun, honestly, that when you have some momentum, it helps you a lot. You cannot have really bad weekends to fight for the championship, and it's tough for the mechanics, but they do a tremendous job on like being able to get the car ready in like a couple of days and switch it from, as I said, the speedway to a street course, which is pretty tough. But it shows how well prepared these teams are, and I think the fans love it because they get excited with a 500, and it's not over then. Then it's like their season. Let's say that the true season starts. So I think it's good how IndyCar is playing it in the calendar.
We're speaking with Alex Ballou, IndyCar driver, of course, having quite the season right now. First in the standings, 3 wins. Big Machine Music City Grand Prix is coming to our streets of Nashville first weekend in August. August 6th will be the race on that Sunday. Before we get to that, Alex, what's been working so well for you and your team this season?
Honestly, it's hard to know. We had great success in the past 2 seasons, but this season it's like we're able to maximize our results, finish just a bit ahead of what our possibilities were during those days, and then when we're able to win, we win. So we won 3 races already, which is pretty rare in IndyCar. And I just have the confidence that we can continue performing the way we're doing. And I'm just really confident with the team, with the car, with myself. So hopefully, we can continue on the momentum that we have now.
You've been the IndyCar Series champion before. You did it in 2021. So I know every season is different, Alex, but just thinking back on that season a couple of seasons ago when you were the champion of the IndyCar Series, and now you're going through this season right now, and you're the leader in the clubhouse. I know still a ways to go, but does you have the same feel that you did in 2021? Is it a different feeling? Kind of take us through when you already went through that and you know what it looks like, and now going through it this season. Is it different or does it feel the same?
I would say every championship fight is different. 21 was my first championship fight. It was everything new for me. I didn't know really what to expect fighting for the championship, and it was fun. It was really fun. I got to experience leading by like 30 points, then losing and being second by 30 points, and then winning at the end. So I think this year is different. We are with more experience. I know all the tracks that we're going to race to, so I have more confidence. But at the same time, I know the same way that we got the big swing on points, somebody else can get it. So we're focused on the next race, not in the championship. Obviously, that's our target, to win the championship. But, yeah, we're going to try and maximize each weekend, try and get more wins if we can, and focus on the championship by the last couple of races.
Alex, what is the difference in mindset between a traditional race like an Indy 500 versus a streetscape race? How do you approach each one? Because they have to be a very different kind of skill set to take on.
Oh, yeah, they are very different. I mean, going to a street course, it's really, really tough because it's tough to predict stuff. With the engineering that we have nowadays in IndyCar, we do a lot of simulations. We plan a lot of strategies, but then you go to a street course and whatever you plan is going to go the other way because, we have the walls that are that you're approaching really fast. It's tough to keep just the car on track, and there's a lot of yellows, some red flags. So it's tough to predict, so it makes it really difficult for the engineers and also for the drivers. We're driving on the streets of a city that are not paved to race, that are not prepared to race, but honestly, it's super fun. The fans, they get an amazing feeling because they get really close to the cars, to the teams, to the corners, and we're flying by in downtown of the cities like Nashville. So, yeah, it's really fun. I think for the drivers and for the fans, it's probably one of the best events just because of the access they have, and yeah, as I said, unpredictable, but really fun.
You said something key there. I imagine, in a place like Indianapolis at the speedway out there, the biggest thing to look out for, I imagine, is the bricks that come around every lap or so. But here, I'm sure you don't have to deal with things like manhole covers and potholes, or oh, that's right, there's a hill up here. I imagine,
or a bridge,
or a bridge.
Yeah, that's very different than what I normally get on. So, you don't have a blinker exactly. Do you feel? And I'm sure you drive in normal, real life, around places. Do you feel at times yourself snapping back into that? Like, maybe I should be using a turn signal or something because of where you are, because you're on a normal city street, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy, especially the manholes, honestly, because, we cannot do anything about it. You need the manholes. You cannot completely cover them because on Monday they might need to use it or during the night. So so it's tough because the series or the track, they cannot really do anything to help us to have a smoother ride. So they just say, good luck, drivers. And that's interesting. But honestly, that's what makes the street course so difficult and so challenging for the drivers and engineers. And it's fun. I love that it's so challenging and that, as you say, you never know what to experience. And also, we were there the past 2 years, but we don't know how the winter affected the track. The streets. If something is going to be worse or a lot better or whatever. So we're going to see. It's the first time that we go out on track and see if we can expect the same things that we did in the past.
Alex, that's a good point. Listen, we have water main breaks here in Nashville all the time, and they have to break open the street, go down and repair it, and then put the concrete back. And you guys are racing on top of that, not knowing that there was a massive construction project here like 3 to 4 months ago. So I want to ask you about your experience here in America. I know you came over from Spain. What is the thing that you miss most besides family? That's the easy one, Alex. What is the thing you miss most about Spain that you just cannot find here in America?
Besides the family, I would say, I don't know, my town where I grew up, knowing almost everybody there, knowing a lot of people, having your restaurant, your favorite restaurant that you always order the same, and just feeling like home. But honestly, I cannot really complain. I obviously love the food in Spain, but we're finding a home here, and we've been living in Indy for the past 3 years, so it's starting to feel like home. But yeah, obviously Spain, it's something special for us.
I was going to ask the reverse question. What is the thing that you have found here in America that you really like that you did not find or be able to get a hold of in Spain?
I would say breakfast, man. Breakfast here is big.
Breakfast.
You can,
So wait a minute.
Spain,
So
we have good breakfast. But
what is breakfast like in Spain? Hold on. What is breakfast like in Spain?
Well, it's a lot smaller, and it's normally more pastries and small sandwiches, but it's not like over easy eggs with some potatoes and avocado and all that stuff. I love that with a big toast and starting the morning great with energy. But it's not that usual to have a big breakfast in Spain, or I would say in Europe in general.
Wow, I wasn't ready for that. That's fascinating to me. I wasn't ready for that at all here.
Very interesting. Alex, so tell us my favorite spot for the race here in Nashville is when you guys come across the bridge. I can't, it's just electric. Well, I think you hit 200 miles per hour. I'm not sure. You'd have to tell us. I like to be in that spot right as you come up over the bridge, and you can just feel the force of the cars, and it's just, I don't know, it's an amazing sight line for me personally. What is it like for you, the driver, on that part of the course here, and what do you think of the Nashville course just going in? This is going to be year 3 for you guys?
Yeah, I think we reached 190 miles an hour at the end of the straight, which is huge. And I would say, the back straight. Once we go back from the bridge on that little section there, and then we're going to turn 8 to turn 8, and it's a really fast corner. So it's just really fun to do that. I think it's a great course, a lot of character. Obviously, you have the bridge, which brings something special that we don't really get to see in normal racing. And it's good for passing, honestly. It's really tight, but there's some good overtaking spots, like turn 4. Yeah, after both bridges, it's quite easy to pass. So, yeah, I like it. We had good races there so far in the past, and hopefully we can continue having some good success in when the race comes.
Now, I know I've been talking to Joseph Newgarden since he started out in this business because, as you know, speaking of home, Justin asked you about home. This is home for him. He grew up in Nashville, and so he's always told me how important it was for all of you guys, but especially him, and talking to him, how big it is for you guys to win the Indianapolis 500. He finally was able to check that box this year. And now, he's going to want to win Nashville, Alex. You know that, because that's going to be the next box he's going to want to check.
I know. That's an issue because he's been really good. He's been really strong. He's won 2 races already this year, and I'm sure he's not done. But I have a good relationship with Joseph. He's such a good competitor, and hopefully I can prevent him from winning at Nashville. But honestly, he's a great competitor. But Indy 500, it's our biggest event, biggest race. It's so important for us as drivers. It's the only race that can really change your life in only one day by winning it. So everybody wants to win it. I know that he had really close moments there, and finally he got it. So he's a great ambassador for the sport. But yeah, man, I'm honestly not happy when he wins because I know he's going to be a big contender in the championship at the end of the day. So great competitor, and hopefully we can fight for this championship again later this year.
As we wrap this up, I mean, you've been on the doorstep of winning the Indianapolis 500. I think you finished 4th this year. I think you're a runner-up the year that you were the IndyCar champ. So you've been right there, and there was a little bit of controversy about that final lap on whether, you should end the Indianapolis 500 that way. I know Ericsson wasn't happy. You as a driver being in that spot, can you understand, or what was your take on the finish of this year's Indy 500?
I mean, it's difficult to say. I think it's really easy to say once everything is done, but on that moment, race control has to take decisions the best for the show. So, I mean, I can only look for myself. I was able to get 2 spots on that last restart. So, obviously feeling bad for the team because we could have had another Indy 500 win. But as long as they keep the rules consistent and that in the future they do the same exact thing, if we have the same conditions, I'll be happy. What we don't like as drivers is when they change rules from year to year. Maybe it helps you one year, but it doesn't help you the other year. So, that's the only thing that we would like to avoid.
Alex, we really appreciate the visit. I know you've got some more races to go before you get to Nashville, so best of luck in those races, and we look forward to seeing you guys in town August 4th through the 6th. It's going to be another great weekend here in Nashville, and we'll catch up with you then. Thanks for doing this.
Great. Thank you so much, and can't wait to visit Nashville again.
All right, that is Alex Ballou, IndyCar driver right now, the points leader in the series, and they will be coming to town for the Music City Grand Prix, the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix, as I mentioned, August 4th through the 6th. If you haven't attended this, I highly recommend that you do. You don't even have to be a crazed open wheel fan to appreciate and enjoy this race. It's like something you've never seen before, and in the streets of Nashville. It's really, really cool. We appreciate Alex Ballou for joining us. We will take a break, and we will come back with more of the McFarland Show next here on Nashville Sports Radio.
Hello, this is Philip Cox from Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Are you looking for new and exciting things to do with the family during the spring and summer months? Thanks to Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers, you don't have to look any further. Sign up today for Kids Bowl Free, a summer pass starting in May where kids 15 and under receive 2 free games of bowling every day. You can also purchase a family pass that allows you to join the fun as well. Visit any of the 5 local Strike and Spare locations in Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Donaldson, Hermitage, and Tusculum to register, or just visit kidsbowlfree.com/Strike and Spare. Strike and Spare, where fun is bowling.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-649-0142. 800-649-0142. 800-649-0142. That's 800-649-0142.
Just because you can't see it or smell it, radon gas is everywhere. Caused by natural radioactive decay, it is the leading cause of lung cancer in women, children, and non-smoking men. And with Davidson County homes testing higher than the national average, now is the time for radon testing. Radon Mitigation is Nashville's licensed and NRPP certified radon mitigation company who can test your home, install systems, and maintain continuous meters for daily readouts on their simple-to-use app. Or you can test at home yourself by picking up one of the free DIY at-home test kits. Let Alex and his team at Radon Mitigation make your home a clean air home. Give them a call today at 931-47-RADON. That's 931-477-2366. Or online at ChooseRadont.com. That's ChooseRadont.com.
Hey, I'm Alex with Radon Mitigation, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves on WNSR.
Unlimited Good Works is on the air saluting the brave men and women of our U.S. military. Their tireless efforts each and every day will never go unnoticed. Visit DAV.org to see how you can donate to our disabled veterans and make a difference today. This message is brought to you by Unlimited Good Works, serving Manchester and Nashville with quality service and pride. For residential remodeling and handyman services, call the expert today at 931-571-1201. That's 931-571-1201. Unlimited Good Works. They're professionals who care.
It's a Bill King Show.
Somebody asked me, this ascension of Tennessee football, is it sustainable? I think it is sustainable. Their recruiting ranking school. You can get A-plus personnel to Rocky Top, Tennessee. And the state is now way better than it ever was in its past, producing players.
Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on Sports Radio 560 on 95.9 FM.
You're listening to The McFarland Show live on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Thank you, Big Voice Guy. Tennessee, good news from Omaha. The Vols were down 4-0. They're currently in the bottom of the 7th, and Tennessee leads 6-4 over Stanford. All the momentum has shifted, and it all started when we had Vince Ferrara on from 99.1. The Sports Animal.
That's right. It was the hit parade there in the fifth inning, I believe, for the Volunteers. Is they just kept, I think it was 5 or 6 straight hits there that launched them to this rally, and now this lead here. As if they keep knocking them down like this, you said 2 outs. That means they're 7 outs away from getting this done and over with here. So we'll see if the Vols can move on. They still have a big road ahead of them, even if they win this one. But still,
it's literally one-time strikeout right there. So we go to the 8th.
6 outs away. Yeah. But it's still a big road for them, even if they do win this game. But nobody wants to go home 0-2. You want to come to this thing and win at least a game. Nobody wants to go home after 0-2. You traveled a long way to get out there. Omaha, Nebraska is a long way from everywhere. It just is.
And by the way, it's still Central Time.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Well, it's a big country. But, it's,
saying, you don't expect to go 11. By the way, when you go to Knoxville, you're going to Eastern Time
That's true.
Zone.
That's true. But
And you go 11 plus
we're
hours.
on the edge of Central. Like, we don't know that.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
know.
think of it that way, but we are. We're on the edge of Central Time here. Because, listen, you can drive halfway to Chattanooga and cross over in the Eastern Time over there. So, still, nobody wants to go all the way, and that includes Stanford. Nobody wants to go all the way out to Omaha, Nebraska, and not win a game. So Tennessee looks to be in position at least.
Well, we'll see. 6-4 as they head to the 8th. Tonight it'll be LSU and Wake Forest at 6 o'clock. The winner will be playing Wednesday night. That'll be the game I'll be at.
Okay.
Wednesday night in Omaha. So I know tonight watching the game, I know one opponent. It'll be the winner of LSU Wake Forest.
Okay.
Which are two powerhouses.
Yeah. Well, LSU's already shown their power a few days ago, and apparently they've been drinking Jell-O as well.
Well, Jell-O shots.
Yes.
So there's something else in the Jell-O.
Yes.
Paul Skeens, though, is the best pitcher in America.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
By the way, LSU has probably picks 1 and 2 in the Major League Baseball draft coming up.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Cruz and Skeens will be probably picks 1 and 2.
It's going to make them tough to beat. But, it happens all the time.
Oh, that doesn't translate means that they're going to, that doesn't mean that they're going to win the World Series just because of that. But I'm just saying, when you watch them tonight, those two cats will be probably picks 1 and 2 in the MLB draft.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you watch Skeens Saturday night, I mean, it doesn't take.
You don't have to have.
You don't have to have 30 years of baseball experience under your belt to figure out that cat is a Major League Baseball pitcher.
You go, oh.
Yeah, he's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's big and powerful and different than everybody else. Oh, that guy throwing 100 in the 8th inning?
Oh.
Yeah, he's different than everybody else.
Is this what we doing out here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a hard play right there for a foul ball.
Okay.
All that for a foul ball.
Yeah, that's tough. No, but it'll be great to watch, and again, the SEC continues to represent, we believe, here with the win here. It would be good for the conference to continue to stack up some of these wins too in the Baseball World Series.
By the way, for all the praise that we've given Michigan on this show, rightfully so.
Yes.
For all of his award-winning picks, we must point out that he called in Thursday to give us Tyrell Hatton and Max Homa for the U.S. Open.
He did.
And
how
of
did
course,
they do?
We know neither one of them won.
Well, did he call for them to win, or did he
Yes.
call for them just to finish at a certain level?
No, win.
He called for them to win the thing.
Yeah. He had them at Max Homa was like plus 1,200. I think Tyrell Hatton was like plus 3,000.
Okay.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
I misunderstood what he
like
said.
3,000.
Okay. All right.
But I say that to say this. Eric brought up the Cincinnati Reds.
Yes.
He also had the Reds at plus 1,000.
He did.
To win the division.
Outright. Yes, sir.
So with Michigan's first misses of the year, calling into the McFarland show, he may be on to a big one with the Reds winning that division.
We're a long way, man.
I know. There's a long ways to go. But they are what, a half game out?
They're a half game out.
So
and
I'm just saying.
It's June. So,
I know.
We got a lot of baseball here. We got a lot of baseball. And a very tight division. The last place team in that division is 8.5 out. So, that division is really up for grabs there.
Well, we don't have a lot of time left on this show. So we'll take our final break, come back, and wrap up Monday's edition of the McFarland Show next.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
Post-COVID travel is on a surge. Many of you are traveling for fun because you've been locked up for 2 years. Listen, whether you're traveling for fun to Italy, Greece, Spain, France, or somewhere else fun in the world, or USA, now is a great time to book before the crowds hit and save. Plus, with a strong U.S. dollar, you'll get more travel bang for your buck. Right now is a smart time to make your reservations and call low-cost airlines. With one phone call, you can let us do all the work for free. We'll shop hundreds of airlines, hotels, resorts, and give you a way to save huge money on your vacation plans. And if you call right now, we'll give you a free hotel room with a qualified travel purchase. So call right now.
800-704-1662. 800-704-1662. 800-704-1662. That's 800-704-1662.
Okay, fellas, game's on the line. Let's get it right. Frank, you were closest. Was it fair or foul?
I don't know. I was distracted.
Distracted? By what?
Well, you know, it's a loud crowd. These lights are awful bright. I just won big on a Tennessee Lottery instant game. And again, the lighting here. Somebody ought to say something.
You've got new instant games?
Yeah.
Enough to share?
Of course.
Fair ball!
Have a ball with new instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
With the new hot games from the Tennessee Lottery, cold hard cash is waiting to take your summer fun to the next level. And with sizzling top prizes of up to $500,000, these games could have what you need to make every day fun in the sun.
Oh, yeah. This summer is going to be a scorcher. Grab the new hot games today at your nearest Tennessee Lottery retailer. But careful, they're hot. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Tennessee Pro Solutions is on the air saluting the brave men and women of our U.S. military. Visit DAV.org to see how you can donate to our disabled veterans and make a difference today. This message is brought to you by Tennessee Pro Solutions, serving Middle Tennessee with quality and pride for over 8 years. For commercial and residential roofing, excavation, and remodeling, call 615-389-3390. That's 615-389-3390. Tennessee Pro Solutions. They're professionals who care.
It's the McFarland Show with Darren McFarland and Fox 17's Justin McFarland.
We've heard collaboration more than I think I've heard in my...
It is the word of the year for the Titans right now.
So is that your word, Rand, or was that already here and you've become groomed to the word collaboration?
I would say it's our word.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
And I say
another
ours.
collaborative phrase there. Thank you, man.
The McFarland Show with Darren and Justin on Nashville Sports Radio WNSR.
You're listening live from the Strike and Spare Studios, downtown Music City. It's the McFarland Show.
Thank you, big voice guy. Nate texted us and said, loved, guys, the Alex Ballou interview.
Cool.
Can't wait to go to the Music City Grand Prix one day.
One day.
Well,
he's got a newborn.
Nate, he does have a newborn.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll have some tickets to give away at some point on the show, and, you know, who knows? Maybe you'll be a lucky winner.
He would have to get the newborn some of those special earmuffs. The
the
ear protectors, the headphones.
That.
Okay.
We did that with our son. So
Yeah.
it can be done.
It can be done. Okay. Could be cool. I mean, could be cool. She won't remember, but, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun memory.
Renly. Right?
Yeah.
Renly.
That's what he said.
Not Wrigley.
No.
Renly.
Wrigley inspired. But Renly an actual name.
Yeah. Nothing going on, as we talked about last week.
He's out.
Yep, out. Still, not good.
Tennessee.
Tennessee attempting to steal second.
Yeah, I got caught in that run. They ran themselves out of the inning there. Okay.
Anything, we talked a lot about DeAndre Hopkins last week. Not a lot, but we talked some on DeAndre Hopkins. Anything over the weekend you think, or do you think this is just something that's probably going to happen late July, early August?
August.
Him picking a team.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not convinced he's going to sign with either team myself.
Really?
I think, if somebody else comes along and offers him something better.
Better team?
A better team, yeah. Once an injury happens. See, that's the thing. If you're him, you're waiting on the injury game and somebody pulls something, Devontae Adams, all of a sudden now, You can go to Las Vegas or somewhere. It just depends on what can happen here. But I'm not convinced he would sign with either one, and I'm certainly not convinced he's going to sign with anybody. Go through training camp for what? Why is DeAndre Hopkins going to training camp with any team?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume to probably start working with the quarterback.
I guess so.
Start picking up the playbook.
I guess so. But
learning
I'm just
the
saying,
offense.
But I don't think he wants to go to. I mean, I don't know. But I don't.
You go to a brand new team to walk on the field in preseason or the regular season?
I mean, there's a lot of guys who come to teams and they're here physically, but they're not actually out there on the practice field until well after, the beginning of the training camp and the preseason. Julio Jones, when he got here, I don't think did we see Julio in the preseason at all?
We didn't see Julio in practice either.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You reach a certain level, I think these guys think they can just turn it on whenever.
Well, but that was the knock on Julio. I mean, I'll never forget interviewing Chris Domino.
Yeah.
And Chris Domino was like, good luck with Julio Jones. It was like, oh. They're like, yeah, man, he doesn't really believe in practicing. He drove the Falcons coaching staff crazy. And he'll play, about half a season. So, yeah, good luck with that signing. I was just like, uh-oh.
I'm not convinced DeAndre Hopkins is going to sign with either one of the teams. And I'm not convinced he's going to be signed with anybody first day of training camp.
So you think he's going to probably land at a real contender, at least what people believe is a real contender.
More of a contender than the Titans or the Patriots.
Yeah.
I can't say, the
I don't
Chiefs
think anybody
or
really thinks Titans, or especially the Patriots, are real contenders.
No. But they don't know either. It's the NFL.
True. What we do know is we're done. Tennessee leads Stanford 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. 6 outs away from advancing to a game tomorrow to stay alive. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll see you then.
On air and online, Sports Radio WNSR, Brentwood, Nashville.
Can't do it, guys. Please. Part of me is intrigued as to what's going to go into the Carson Corner. No, don't be serious. I never thought of calling it the Carson Corner, but now I'm into it. Do you understand what kind of bad mojo that's going to bring to this studio? I think it should open up to other Carsons as well. Carson Corner is going to be amazing.
Stop!
They are Maggie and Furlough on CBS Sports Radio.
Yeah, we are already causing trouble. It's only Monday. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff hanging out with you across the country on CBS Sports Radio. If you want to watch the show, I would suggest getting to a computer or telephone right now. YouTube.com/CBS Sports Radio.